Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome my Gemini friends and friends of Gemini. This is the Divine Phoenix Rising Tarot, and I'm Zachary. Thank you guys for joining me here, and welcome to my table. So this is your reading for February. All of February, you guys. I do pull some messages with Spirit through meditation prior here. We look at a couple oracle cards and then get into the tarot. So Gemini, looking at your energy prior, what came through in meditation was, what I saw were eyelashes at first. It was a closed eye, is what I realized. So this eye opens. As the eye is opening, it was very kind of like, I guess, not really anime, but kind of cartoony, very like sparkly. What it made me think of was a request to open your eyes, but it was also the action of opening your eyes to something new, to a new day, a new life, opening your eyes to magic as well is what really came through for me, especially with the sparkly eyes. So, Gemini, we're opening our eyes to magic. That actually sounds super, super exciting. The oracle deck that Spirit wanted to use for you today was the Starseed Oracle. And the card that came through is karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. So this is really interesting, especially after last week's message. There is a situation, well, it's been a couple weeks, I feel like, a situation that is coming up or has been coming up where there needs to be a solution to something, not necessarily face to face, but something energetically needs to be completed, solved, okay? So let's look at this, karmic relationships. The constellation Orion is thought by many to have been a place of great polarity and eventual unity. Some believe that many starseeds who are part of this cosmic history are incarnate on Earth now, and are playing out karmic relationships from Orion times. Perhaps you're one of them. Polarity causes conflict and highlights separation. However, because of this, conflict can also result in unity and growth. Too many misunderstandings are caused when we don't open our heart and mind and see things from a different point of view. Which is really, I mean, a lot of what the last week's message was, so I love this. When we go into reactive second-guessing mode instead of gathering the courage to open our heart, we should admit that we may have reacted because of our own woundings and then find mutual ground. We're all innocent children looking to be seen, understood, and cherished. It's much harder to grow closer through conflict than it is to grow further apart, and yet that's the invitation of conflict. It's easy to react and take things personally. It's more challenging to see the innocence of all involved and find a way to grow closer through the conflict. It's through relationships that we grow the most. How can you soften your heart and drop your defenses enough to see things from a different point of view? How can you see the innocence of all involved? How can you learn to see the similarities rather than the differences? Which relationships do you find the most challenging? How can you see things from a different perspective? How are you being called to allow growth through the conflict? Love that, okay? And like I said last week too, this isn't a situation necessarily where you need to become friends with somebody again or you need to invite a relationship back into your life. This is talking about you. This is talking about your growth. How can you view something? How can you open your eyes here, okay, to something, to a new way of looking at things? So that makes a lot more sense in the meditation. And that is magic, you guys, being able to step outside of your ego and see things, see the bigger picture here, okay? Like I said, this is for you. It's not for anyone else. So let's look into your animal spirit. Spirit, what do we have here for Gemini? This is the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle. Let's get right on into it. My Gemini friend. You truly, truly are a gem. Some of my best friends. Ooh, raccoon. I don't think I've actually gotten this one yet. Raccoon here. So let's take a look. Raccoon is an earth energy, so definitely some grounding, stabilizing. Makes sense that that's coming through. Raccoon, talented, shadowy, and hiding. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success, sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask. Works in an artist's favor. Other times, it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until that creative ego fear is resolved. So it seems that there's some fear also at play here. So when in balance, generous friend, exceptional artist. Out of balance, competitive, starving artist. To bring into balance, Make new work. Make it work. So it definitely seems like with the relationship 555 here, also major change, you guys. With the relationship stuff at play, whatever needs to be viewed at from a different perspective here. Because I think you had, was it zoom out? I think you had zoom out last week too. So you're really being asked to view something from a different angle, Gemini. Let's get into it. Spirit, what do we have here for Gemini? And this is my Light Seers Tarot, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here and for your love and support. I truly appreciate it. I love you too. Thank you for letting me support you in this way as well. If this message is resonating with you, please consider liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, hit that notification bell. Those are all great ways to support me and the growth of this channel. And that is my goal here, so thank you guys so much for doing that. I have my Cash App and PayPal links in the description also. If you feel drawn or called to tip or donate, I will certainly accept that, and thank you guys so much to those who have. If you're looking for personal readings, I do also offer that, and that is a link in the description as well as a pinned comment. So Hanged Man here, wow, well, my Gemini friend. So this is your hope, okay? You are looking to change perspective. You're hoping to see something in a different way. And I think for some of you, like if this is a situation, if this is applying to you, if this is a situation with like friends or family members, coworkers, wherever there's been a misunderstanding, or it doesn't even have to be a misunderstanding. I mean, I guess not taking into consideration that we're all just scared little bunnies here trying to get through, right? There are situations that are unique. But this message is talking about stepping away from that mask that fear is creating for us to hide behind. You're wanting to see things from a different perspective, and you're wanting somebody else to see things from a different perspective too. So let's investigate that. That is interesting. Regardless, though, I feel like we'll get into it. I feel like there is a perspective shift that's coming, okay? The world here at the split. A completion. I do feel like this will come to a head, will come to a point of either being solved or it's going to become impossible to solve. Either way, all right? And 5 of Swords at the bottom there, yeah. It will become conflict for conflict's sake. Let's not go there, okay? I mean, that's my encouragement, all right? 2 of Cups. Let's hug it out, right? Let's hug it out, Gemini. So this is a general message, like I said previously. If this resonates with you, please allow it to resonate. If it doesn't, that's totally fine. No need to force things that don't fit. It is normal for pieces to make sense and others to not. Energies can be flopped and fluid. So please take that into consideration. Use your head, heart, and intuition to discern what may be for you. Okay, and check out your rising moon and Venus if you're looking for a more complete picture of your story. So Page of Pentacles here. This is your fear, anxiety. I feel like those of you this message applies to, you know that, like, you know a conversation needs to happen if this is something that needs to actually happen between somebody, or a conversation in your own heart and head. The Page of Pentacles is improving something. It's taking something existing and making it better. So this is what you're afraid of. This is what you're averse to right now, is like getting into it, is what I feel like, is making the situation better, which is kind of an interesting dichotomy, which, I mean, you know, Gemini, that's us for sure. We are an interesting dichotomy, right? Let's figure this out, okay? And I do also offer extended readings now, you guys. So if you're here for the general, thank you for being here. If you'd like to dive a little bit deeper, that information will be a link in the description also. Great start here, you guys. 10 of Pentacles, 10:01 also on the timer here. 10 of Pentacles, this is your ultimate material and spiritual abundance. Did I say that right? Ultimate material and spiritual abundance. I am in the process of moving here, so I'm a little jumbled, kind of moving things around, all right? Being a very air energy, that Gemini energy too, having the grounding stability energy being moved away, yeah, I feel like a Gemini, okay? This is available. Having this message come through in the last couple of weeklies and then also in the monthly here, I feel like this is a very, very important milestone for you Geminis, okay? Me too. I mean, this applies to me in some ways too. But like there's a reward. There's a reward for this, okay? You guys are taking it to the next level. And that's what the fear is here with the Page of Pentacles, taking it to the next level. Taking it to the limit. There is something that requires you to take another look at, to look at it from a different angle. And if there is a conversation that needs to happen with somebody, listen to your heart on this, okay, Gemini? If there is a conversation that you feel needs to happen, be that person to reach out. Start that conversation. Let's drop the ego, right? If this is a situation where a conversation does not actually need to happen, then like physically happen, this is about an energetic healing, right? You seeing the situation from a different angle, coming to different conclusions than your ego may have come to previously, gives you this reward as well. You get this 10 of Pentacles too. And this is your community as well. This is your support system. So I love this because, again, connection to last week. Wheel of Fortune comes in to clarify this. This is not something you can avoid. You cannot avoid this, okay, Gemini? It is like it is going to pass one way or the other. You have the opportunity here, like I said, to learn and grow from it, to take the ride on the wheel here, to spin up, to learn a karmic lesson here, or that karmic lesson is going to just keep coming back around. That's what this is saying. And it's severely affecting your financial abundance, your health, your spiritual abundance, your connection to your community. This is not a lesson that we can get away from, okay? And I am including this, like I said. So let's take off the mask, like the raccoon is saying, and deal with this karmic relationship, because that's, I love that. Karmic relationships, that's what we're doing here. Karmic relationships. Okay, so let's keep moving forward here. The good stuff for you guys. Oh my God, Gemini. Okay, we can't, okay, just stop, let's stop running, all right? Let's face this, let's figure this out. I feel like I'm turning red. The wheel, you guys. Holy shit. So this is your good stuff. Like I was saying in the general here, this is good stuff. When you are able to drop the facade, okay, the ego, and approach this in whatever role that you need to play here, you are being rewarded. 1331. You're moving to a beautiful space. Being in the good stuff here, this is just telling me doubly, all right? Yeah, this is a karmic lesson, and once you learn it, you're moving on to much, much greener pastures. Luck improving. Everything getting better. Everything just having that like magical twinkle, like I said. We're opening our eyes to magic. This is the magic that's coming through. Oh, I love this, Gemini. That's so exciting. But wait, there's more. Ace of Cups here comes in to clarify with the wheel. This is a new emotional opportunity. For you, always, you know, we're always able, this is like a blessing from Spirit though too. Because you are putting the mind where it needs to be, Spirit is coming in and going, make it rain, right? Emotionally and financially and spiritually. This is great, you guys. I love this. For some of you, this is a new romantic relationship, a new way to approach your current partner. It could also be symbolizing, so when you learn this karmic lesson here, for those of you that speaking to this individual does actually need to take place, or if that's what your heart wants, peace is what I see, okay? A new chance to start over. Oh, I love that. Love that, love that. I'm super excited to get into the extended on this. Ooh. Join me or not, okay? I'm excited to see what's going to go on here because this very much applies to me. Eight of Wands here. This is what is hidden. The mechanism that's driving this message forward. You have Eight of Wands. So this is, there is an encouragement to make this decision quickly. Like this is, the wheel is turning quickly. It's not going to sit around and wait for you, like I said. This isn't something that we can avoid either. It's something that we need to make the choice to hop on and spiral up, or we're spiraling down. And we're going to come back around until we learn this lesson. So let's learn that lesson because it's getting good, all right? With Pluto in Aquarius right now, There is an opportunity for some explosive, impressive, positive growth, and also negative. Depends on our choice. But this is a magical time, so let's like use that magic, you know what I mean? And with it retrograding back into Capricorn later this year before it steps in more, not permanently, but for its 15-year stint, there are going to be some like karmic loose ends tied up. And I very, very much feel you guys having the two the two wheels coming here. Let's just make the choice that's best for us, okay? Let's take care of this now before it's taken care of in a way that we don't want it taken care of. I really, really do not feel like this is avoidable. I just don't. Believe me or not, okay? I'm just the messenger. But this is good news too, all right? Being your underlying message or what's hidden. There is good news that's hidden. But just as much on the shadow side, this could be bad news, you guys. It depends on you. But there is an encouragement to speed on this. There's the tower. I knew it was coming through. We don't have a choice. So, I feel very strongly that it is just, you're going to have a bad time, okay, Gemini? If you don't decide to get your ducks in a row, emotionally, energetically, spiritually, whatever has happened between whomever and you, now is the time to come correct. And like I said, whether this is you actually having a conversation with somebody, if you need to make amends with somebody, you need to make amends with somebody, okay? This isn't like this is going to destroy your life, but this is not something that needs to happen in this way. This tower can either be, being in what's hidden here, this tower can either be something that breaks you free from prison-like bonds, chains, or this is going to be something that it's going to hurt, you guys. It is going to be cosmic upheaval. Okay, a cosmic upheaval, you guys. And I do feel like this is happening globally as well, but we are part of the global also. So individually, this is happening too. And this is going to happen quickly. Get in the right seat on the wheel is what I'm feeling, okay, you guys? You'll survive, but you're going to have a bad time, okay? I really feel like it would do you best, just like karmic relationships is talking about here. Try to step outside of conflict tearing you apart, okay? Whatever has happened. There are situations, like I said, that things should be separate, right? And if that's you in that situation, even then, there is still an opportunity here for you to heal egoically. So we're looking at our ego, bottom line, and you can go from there. Open your heart, all right? All right, Gemini? I love you. So your conflict here, or the challenge, is conflict. You have 5 of Wands. This is conflict, is competition. So what I'm getting from this being in the challenge, what is impeding your egress here, Gemini, is this competitive nature, this competitive feeling, whatever's going on between you and whomever, like I said. It's the ego that is saying, like, I'm not, or I can't be the first one to say something, or whatever has happened, like, I can't come back from that. Try it. Surprise yourself, okay? Jack Garrett, surprise yourself. Speak and open up your mind. It's something you should do all the time. I have chills on that. Ooh. Give it a shot. Honestly, what do you have to lose? 5 of Cups here as well. And the 2 5s. There's change happening, okay? And that's the challenging part, too, here, is the change. So 5 of Cups here is a focus on disappointment. I feel like this is the point of contention. This is the competitive portion, because your ego is constantly being triggered, and probably your inner child here, too. Being disappointed, maybe you're disappointed in the way that somebody behaved. Maybe you're disappointed in the way that you behaved. And because of that disappointment, you're finding it difficult to step outside of that. To turn around here and go, well, I have other emotions here, right? Besides just disappointment. There is a bridge here. There is a path. There is egress over the river if you turn around. Turn from the disappointment. That isn't serving you, okay? Let's get, please, Spirit, for Gemini, 3 main pieces of advice For my Gemini friends, obsession, focusing too much on one situation, the need to take a step back. And that could be the disappointment, the competition. Waiting for somebody to make the first move. I really just like speak and open up your mind, okay? It is something you should do all the time. And if you haven't heard that song, Surprise Yourself by Jack Garrett, it is very applicable to this situation, I feel like. Recognition, admiration for your hard work is coming. Yes, it is. By making that correct choice, okay? 10 of freaking Pentacles, you guys. And Ace of Cups. You're moving into a time of good luck, of happiness, because you're choosing your growth. Dedication, stay dedicated to your goals, efforts that will reap success. Remember, what I'm getting from that is remember and success. If it's your time to shine, success from what you pour your heart into, open up your heart so that you can pour it. But as far as your goals here, remember what your goal was with this other party, other parties in the first place. And go from there. Open your heart. Talk to yourself, okay? This is about you, really. If there are amends that need to be made, if there is a relationship that can be mended, great. Love wins. I love that. If not, get back to a place where you're remembering why you are doing something. Why you are who you are, right? Or who it is that you want to be. You can do this, Gemini. Okay, so the outcome of the Warrior of the Light here and Hallway of the Shadow, getting stuck in the Hallway of the Shadow. So you have Queen of Wands and the Hermit in the outcome of the Light here. In letting your guard down, in opening your heart, in recognizing that conflict can actually bring you closer rather than further apart here. You are tapping into a part of your confidence you haven't had access to for a while. I feel like this is, those of you this applies to, this is eating you up in a way and you don't even know it. Or maybe you do. But the Queen of Wands shines bright like a diamond, you guys. Like a diamond in the sky. She is authentic, she's confident, she's passionate. The Hermit here, this is in you guys opening up and going within. You are finding your way through. You're finding this guiding light inside of yourself. You are combining, so the snow here is a combination of air and water, thought and emotion. And that's what you're being asked to do right now. Open your heart and open your mind. You can do this, you guys. So in getting stuck in the Hallway of the Shadow here, right? The dark side, Gemini. You have King of Swords and Six of Pentacles. I don't like this energy. I don't. I'll be honest. So King of Pentacles or King of Swords here, this is a very like heartless energy. Does not have access to the heart. It's all cold logic, okay? And that's what I'm feeling like maybe going on in this division. You are leaning, maybe this other person is too, maybe this other person is a Gemini as well. They are leaning on ice cold logic, and it is turning them away from their heart, turning you away from your heart. Six of Pentacles here, I do get a very much like breadcrumbing kind of energy. Energetically too, like in not solving this issue for yourself, whether just for you or between somebody else as well, it's like you're energetically breadcrumbing. There's not a, what is the word? There's no closure, is what I'm trying to say. Boo, I don't like that. All right, Gemini, I know you guys can do this. If this is where I leave you, it was great to see you. If you'd like to join me for a deeper dive here on the extended, I am really interested to get a little more information here on the Tower, this relationship, the good luck and everything coming through. So feel free, that link will be there in the description. Otherwise, please have a beautiful, beautiful month, and I will see you all very soon, okay? I very much feel like this was like a child wounding also, okay? Whatever has happened here between you and another person, okay? And it's making it difficult to open up to, it's making it difficult to open up to have, oh gosh, yeah, to have this conversation that you need to have, Gemini. Oh, my Gemini friend. Okay, let's talk about this. I can definitely see, there's just this hurt, like I said, and if you're here, you're probably not one of those individuals that's like, I'm not the one who did anything wrong. Like, I hope this message is getting through, because when love wins, like, we all win, okay?